Hello and welcome everybody. This is, as you all know, behind me, Fableration formation today. My name is Bond, I will be your MC. Now that is Bond, B-O-N, not Bond. We did audition for 007 recently, so I did not get through the interview stage, unfortunately. I'll be going again at some point, but it's B-O-N, Bond. And first of all, I'd like to congratulate you all for coming in today, because as the kids say, you are now gatekeepers for this. Please give yourselves a round of applause for a start. That's a solid start. Spoiler alert, I'm going to make him plat a lot. That's the kind of MC I am. I'm going to make him plat a lot. Now, I'm not going to go into great depth right now about the project. Number one, Dick is on totally qualified to do so. And number two, we're going to have many keynote speakers who are going to educate you, but pretty much, in the most fundamental terms, what we're doing here today is developing a concept, a revolutionary concept, where we're trying to find a couple of straight bedfellows, but we think they can work together. That's technology and the creative arts. And I'm going to show this for the people here who are the tech heads. Who are the people here in technology? 2, 3, 4, about a third of the crowd. And then what about the creative arts? We've got authors here and also readers. Well, there's only a few of us. I'll talk to you guys later. Give that to me. I'm on the creative arts side. Now, if you want to know everything that's going on and you want to have a rundown of the agenda and the keynote speakers, we're going to have 5 or 6. Then you can scan the QR code. Now, I told you on into the creative arts, I am such a Luddite. I don't even think I would know how to scan the QR code. But if you do, please, if you could follow along, then you'll know all the keynote speakers. And it's going to be a fantastic night. No one is going to go home empty-handed as well. There'll be a rattle halfway through. We're going to have 6 winners. I'm going to use the term IRO. We'll talk a little bit more about that later. 6 winners to the IRO. The world's going to have other prizes. But you're going to be educated here. If you are something on the technology side, hopefully you're going to learn about the creative arts side. If you're on the creative arts side, you're going to learn about the AI and the blockchain and all the things I don't know about. And I'm going to learn about today as well. It's going to be a fantastic evening. Now, I said no one's going to go home empty-handed. Everyone's going to get a gift back. But we're going to be a little bit tricky. You've got to stay to the end. Don't stay to the end by every bit. You've got to stay to the end or you don't get your gift back. And then my partner Paris and I will take home the remaining gift backs. Now, before we get started, I'm going to give a little anecdote from my perspective. I've learned some of what's going on with Fableration, this concept. I'm a writer. I say, look, I've not been a public entity. I've been a journalist, but my late mother, before she passed away, the last thing she wanted me to do was write the Sounds very easy, doesn't it? I've never tried to engage in doing so because I didn't think there'd be a readership need. I didn't think that I would get copyright. I didn't think that I'd get a readership. This concept is going to make it possible for that to happen. And now, it's a short story, but I'm going to enter $120,000.
1 Bitcoin. Yeah.
I'll work out what Bitcoin is empty. I'll take this in Aussie. 60,000 Aussie.
160.
$450,000 Bitcoin. Now, without further ado, we're going to start with a magnificent. I can't mention everybody to be involved in getting this night together. I will mention Gardner back there because he's been in a muck ladder over the last couple of hours getting this together. But we're going to start with a launch video, okay? So everybody, please, we're going to get some mood lighting, some romantic mood lighting, and please turn your attention to the screen for the Fableration Formation Day launch video.
By the time royalties arrive, there's almost nothing left for me.
Publishers tell me my work is too risky, so it never sees the light of day.
Only celebrities get book deals. Writers like me aren't visible. I pour my heart into stories, but they vanish in the shadows of an outwards.
Readers never find my buzz, no matter how hard I try. The system takes the value and leaves creators in scraps.
We struggle.
You might.
We are unheard. This is the today and yesterday of publishing. Fableration will ensure it's not the tomorrow. It's a decentralized, not-for-profit platform for sharing and discovering written works. Fableration is built to dismantle the brokenomics of publishing and replace them with something faster, freer, fairer. Our AI supports rather than replaces creators. It helps writers find an audience, and with no ads or agendas, it helps readers cut through the noise. Our blockchain delivers fast, fair, and transparent royalties, and it helps protect stores from scraping and theft. We believe it can become the backbone of rights protection in the age of AI. On Fableration, every book stands a fair chance of finding an audience. Because here, discovery is a science, not a lottery.
Round of applause, please. Told you I was going to make you clap. Fantastic launch video. Now you've got some idea, but this is where the real education begins. I'm going to start with opening remarks from Man Jian, who is the CFO and Executive Director of CloudTech. If you'd like to join me up the stage, Bandy, and a round of applause. Keep it going for Bandy.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Maggie Jian, the Group CFO and Executive Director of CloudTech Bird, who is the incubator of Fableration. On behalf of the Bird, I would like to warmly welcome all of you to this special occasion, the official launch of our capital Fableration at here, the State Library of Victoria. Tonight, we are celebrating the beginning of the movement. Fableration was built out of a simple but powerful image. This is a platform, a more than a platform, which we just want to let you know. Stories are more than entertainment. They are the tools for connection, for growth, or understanding one another in the ways that any algorithms and
echo chambers cannot provide.
Fableration was built to empower the writers to share without any compromise. And we build up the readers a path beyond control and beyond any distraction. And to invite the publishers focus upon quality, not profits only. The image is fantastic. You can see from the main name, Fableration. I think Fableration is a fantastic project because all of the heart of it is the community, the fair, the transparent, and transformative. Vision is ambitious to lead a new knowledge technology. That's amazing. You will learn and hear from the speakers today, the CEO, Southern Harding, and the Chief Communication Officer, Lisa Wade, and all others who helped us to bring the vision to life. We believe it's both necessary and possible. That is the reason Cloud Tech have invested in this fantastic Fableration project. We are so grateful lots of you can kindly with us, and you have joined with us of the journey at the very first beginning. Tonight is chapter number 1. With you all together, we are going to write the story at what comes the next. Now let us welcome Mary Albright, Federal Medal for Monash, and the Deputy Chair of Standing Committee on Communications, the Arts and Sport, who is here to show our support to our project Fableration. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mandy.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, Mandy, for that very warm welcome, and to Simon and Lisa for the invitation to join you this evening and the opportunity to say a few words as well. I've prepared my remarks without the assistance of AI, even though I know it has a big flavour in adding to this launch. Let me tell you a little bit about why I'm so pleased to be here tonight. Number one, small business and technology are two things I am most passionate about, always have been. Growing up in a small business, I always find myself siding with little over big and David over Goliath and startup over conglomerate. Hand in hand, I see technology as the transformational equaliser for small business people and startups. And tonight, we've got a shining example of both of these themes entwined and enhanced. Number 2 for me is the importance of reading. Carter Woodson said it best when he said, literacy is a bridge from misery to hope. And there could never be a more important time for Australians to read widely, understand broadly, and challenge our thinking. Books and reading are critical enablers of this. There's a lot going on domestically and internationally, and I can't help but think the more we read, the more we challenge our perspectives to incorporate a consideration of other views, the better off we might be right now. There's a great quote, in fact, it's my favourite quote of all time, and it's from someone called Martin Luther King Jr. It goes something like this: men hate each other because they fear each other. They fear each other because they don't understand each other. And they don't understand each other because they can't communicate. They can't communicate because they are separated. Reading and literature bridges this gap. Well, there's no magic potion to both disadvantage and discord in today's world. By golly, if there was, it would be the ability to read and the means to read widely. And that brings me to number 3. One of the things I worry about is our ability to disagree respectfully with one another on big issues. As the way we consume news and information changes, I'm concerned about a future where people consume their information based on a narrow social media algorithm that simply serves to reinforce their existing opinions and biases instead of challenging their thinking and broadening their perspective. From what I understand, the intention of Fableration is to meet these challenges head-on, all 3 of them, and it essentially democratises the power imbalances of writers and publishers who, like small business and startups, have to compete against giant and established literary conglomerates. As a not-for-profit entity, its mission is to connect, to expand and empower individuals and their potential. With the assistance of blockchain and AI, this is not just another tech platform, it's AI that touches hearts and minds, builds communities and brings people together. The publishing industry has battled decline for decades, with changing technology, diminished margins, new media and a crowded market. This might just be the silver bullet that secures its future. I know there are many people who have worked very hard on making tonight a huge success, and I wish you well in your very exciting next steps. This is a big thing to be happening in Victoria. It's a huge thing for Australia, and I know it's got the potential to change the world as well. Thanks so very much for having me along tonight. Thank you.
Well, we are very privileged, you have been very privileged to have the Honourable Federal Member of Parliament for Monash, and this is why you need to own your own material. Because I reckon Mary just read out something that I've published a couple of times. They were exactly my thoughts, especially the broader narrative around the narrow-minded narrative that people like to follow these days, the bias identity politics, and also the way we go after the information that is a confirmation bias, really, isn't it? To try and confirm our own beliefs where really we should be reading broadly and consuming content broadly. I said we were very privileged to have Mary. We are also very privileged now to have the CEO of Fableration join us, Simon Hardy. Please take the stage. Give him a round of applause.
Thank you. Before I start, I would like to thank everybody at CloudTech for making this possible. I consider myself very fortunate to be here. I'll tell you a little bit about my story as we go through this particular presentation, but I think the first thing to say is that I am very well aware that as a startup, I have an advantage that so many other startups hadn't had, and it's thank you to people at CloudTech that have made that work, so thank you. But today, I'm going to tell you a story. As a writer, why wouldn't I tell you a story? This story is set in a world that's ruled by a greedy and tyrannical troll. This troll guards the bridge every writer must cross to reach their rears. And it demands a toll. This toll has to be paid in royalties and creates it free. It feeds off the soul of storytelling. It decides what gets seen and what gets silenced. It cares only for clicks, not craft. It values marketing over merit and trends over truth. It bends fiction into formulas and shoves unique stories into generic groups until they're safe, sellable, and sane. And in its clenched fist, it holds the key to 1 billion perspectives. Sadly, it's not a fairy tale. The troll is the brokenomics of the publishing world today, the broken economics. I know because I've lived it. I'm a professional writer, and I've brought 2 works of fiction to market. I'm going to show them to you now because I guarantee that none of you have ever seen them before.
You weren't supposed to clap, and it's not about me.
These 2 books represent several things to me. First, they represent achievement. The effort it takes to write 2 books like this while trying to earn a living at the same time and support your family is impossible to describe. This book, Ancient Tide alone, took me 27 versions to get to this point. Second, these books represent legacy. They're something I hope my family can enjoy long after I've gone. But when I look at them, I also feel an overwhelming sense of disappointment. Not because of the stories themselves. I slaved over every word in those books, and I'm proud of the choices I made, even if I might make choices if I decide different choices I decided to write them again. No, the reason I feel disappointed is because of what they couldn't be. The fact is, the books didn't let me down. The system did. You see, these books were my dream. A dream to stand on the shoulders of literary giants and share my unique stories with the world. But despite that desire, despite the work, the hope, the belief, that dream never became a reality. And that's the disappointment. I wanted to share my words with the world, but the world never got a chance to see them. That is the publishing industry today. It was also the publishing industry 70 years ago when George Orwell wrote that. It's up to us to make sure that's not the publishing industry of tomorrow. The world we live in today is a world where half of America's full-time writers are unable to earn the minimum wage. Half of them. It's a world in which less than 7% of traditionally published books sell more than 10,000 copies. And it's a world in which only 1 in 10 independently published books sell more than 100 copies in their lifetime. This is a world in which every creative is told the same law. If your story is good enough, it will sell. But it won't. Because the troll of brokenomics doesn't reward originality. It rewards only those who can fall and those who are prepared to pay to play. It doesn't amplify diverse voices. It drowns them in hashtags and hollow trends. The result is that brilliant stories disappear. Creative careers stall before they start, and readers are left scrolling through sameness, wondering why the magic of reading is dwindled. This is what happens when creativity is commoditized. It's what happens when the value chain is upside down. But I'm here to tell you today that words, stories, and ideas don't belong to trolls. They belong to us, the readers, the writers, and the publishers. And it's time for us to build a new bridge. A bridge without tolls and without trolls. A bridge built from a different blueprint on foundations of transparency, equity, and community. This new bridge is Fableration. It spans the breadth of the publishing community and places creators in their rightful place at the top of the value chain. Fableration is built for readers, writers, and publishers. It dismantles the brokenomics of the system and replaces them with something faster, freer, and fairer. Faster, because royalties flow instantly. Freer, because writers are no longer constrained by the market. And fairer, because creators finally receive the value they deserve. Our platform doesn't just pay writers more, it pays them respect. It doesn't just help readers find books, it helps them find meaning. And it doesn't just support publishers, it sets them free to innovate, not imitate. Because where the publishing industry of today feeds the machine, Fableration feeds the mind. Ours is more than a platform. It's the infrastructure for a better creative economy. A new way to bring books to market. A system designed not to extract value, but to circulate value. It delivers this through the scalable independence of AI, the fairness and transparency of blockchain, and the human strength of connection. What we're forming here is a renaissance in publishing, an opportunity to rediscover words, books, knowledge that has been buried by people who ask what it will sell before asking what it says. We're in the final stages of incorporating a foundation based in Panama, which will own and run the Fableration project. All the paperwork has been filed, and we are just awaiting final blessing from the regulator there, which we expect any day now. We considered multiple jurisdictions and structures and landed on this one because, above all else, it provided a neat way for us to establish a truly not-for-profit foundation that can face the globe, set up decentralised ecosystem without fear of regulatory uncertainty, and above all else, keep a persistent purpose as it flourishes. The foundation structure means that we will not have directors or owners, only beneficiaries. That means it's not like a company which can one day have its purpose diverted by shareholders, directors, or whoever. Its purpose will be set in stone so that those who interact with the foundation can be sure any effort or other investment is never put to any other use. Fableration is cooperation, not corporation. Rather than a community ruled by algorithms, It's a community that dances to its own rhythm. A community of mutual benefit, where readers, writers and publishers are rewarded for doing what they love. A community for the pages, the ones that have been written in and the black ones that are still waiting for their first works. And it's a community that needs you, all of you, because the future of stories is too important to leave to algorithms. The publishing system won't fix itself, so let's not wait for change. Let's be the reason change happens. So join us, join the Renaissance, and let's build a world where stories matter.
Big round of applause, big round of applause. I'll tell you what, you came for the stats, but we're staying for the oratories. Can you tell Simon's a writer? Can you tell? That was absolutely beautiful. I wouldn't want to copy it, but please, if it possible. I'll plagiarise that. I didn't mean you plagiarise my work, by the way, there. So we're going to really duck back from that. I'll tell you what, it's a hard act to follow, but we've got one more keynote speaker in this first section. There will be a raffle a little bit later on, very soon. We're going to give you a break before that. But now, hard act to follow us then, but the CCO of Fableration is about to join us for her words, which will be brilliant as well, no doubt. Lisa, wait, give her a round of applause, please.
I'm Chief Community Officer of Fableration, and I'm super excited to be here tonight and just to see how many people are here. I have the honour of the next slide, which is going through the journey of Fableration, and then we talk a little bit about community. Thank you very much, Mary, for being here. I found your words very inspiring because there's actually a few people here from the Bendigo Bank days where community was a very huge passion of mine and lots of the people in this room. And demonetisation is one of my favourite words. And truly, Fableration really does democratise writing. And we're so proud it's based in Panama, Melbourne, 3000. And very excited to be on this journey. And anyone who's been involved in a startup knows that the journey is not easy. And the journey is the destination. I thought I came to the project late, actually, in about mid-December last year. And actually, that was really the very beginning when a team came together. We were all brought together. And the first thing we did when we all gathered in the room was to work with Aria. And so you see that beautiful logo. And we defined our purpose. And to me, the beginning of any great company is defining the purpose. And from the centre of that purpose, you can then move out into the world to bring what you're meant to bring. It might change a little bit. Everyone who knows with tech builds that you pivot a bit, you might change a few things. But if you absolutely have your purpose in mind and the end in mind, then you can never, ever lose your way on a path. And from my point of view, hearing the stories of the writers, as Chief Community Officer, I have had the joy and the pleasure of going out into the world and meeting writers. Not many people know this about me because I work in finance mostly. I have a graduate diploma in creative writing. And I was never able to actually work out how to make that into a job or even consider taking a leap from finance. And it turns out I was right, because all the writers that we've met out in the world weren't able to make a living. And to have a purpose to deliver something for all of that community, which can actually change things, really resonated with me in a way that I don't even really have words for. So one of the things that happened while we were doing that was really seeing the superpower of this platform to be a voice for those writers and to really bring them to the world and market them in a way. I didn't meet one writer that said to me, Lisa, I love marketing. Every single writer I met was like, oh, I don't really like that part of it. I don't really like selling myself. And so I really saw that there was a way for this project to help people and get those books out into the world. Yes, we've got AI, we've got free fare, we've got all of the things, but really to help people is what this platform is about. That's the manifesto. Simon wrote parts of that or spoke to the parts of the manifesto. That's genuine that we all as a team sat down and worked out what we were trying to do as a team to bring that to the world. Now, I'm going to use an acronym here, which I don't want to forget because I did this in Bali and I forgot. So I very rarely look at my notes, but I'm going to use because the way I define this project is we're a lucky project because we have free Bitcoin as prizes. Now, those free Bitcoin can be game changers for people, and I'm super passionate about delivering the Bitcoin to the writers competition, the readers competition, and we'll have another competition around some kind of global hackathon. The reason why I use the word lucky is for those Bitcoin, but also the acronym for lucky is lifestyle, understanding. Now, we heard you, Mary, talk about the Martin Luther King quote on understanding. This project actually does build that understanding. Then we have character. Well, yes, it's been character building working in the startup again. Let me tell you, we all love it. But also there's another word that starts with C, and that's community. And that's what we can bring to the community. And then the Y is you. Each and every one of you in this room, we need you. The writers need you. We need the readings. And that's why I'm so passionate about the readers competition as well. And as you develop the platform and we work out the sourcing and the coding, then the hackathon will come to life as well. We had a 6-word story competition running. It was overwhelming to see how many people out there were willing to throw the hat in the ring for 6 words. I like each and every one of those people. If there's a few people in the room, have a crack at writing a short story. Enter that, even if you've never done it before. I'm secretly going to enter one. I have to think of a pen name. So as we work through all of this, we had the competitions, we are the lucky projects. Then we wrote a white paper. And I'm so excited tonight because one of the people that I've known for longest in the room has actually read the white paper and wrote it with her. And I'm sorry, look, Eric. And everybody knows that when you're doing a blockchain project, white papers are the most sort of pivotal moment where you release it to the world. And that was a really exciting time. And today you're here at that next exciting moment, which is our beta launch, or Formation Day as we called it. And we're super excited to co-create the future of Fableration with you. The Readers Competition is really about everyone at a certain point jumping on platform, giving us feedback. We need to know what we're doing right. We need to know what can be improved. And also, it's really expensive to build things, so prioritizing the features that people want. Tell us what you want. Tell us what you want to see. And then we can build the roadmap of the future. You've heard Simon. You've heard his journey. We've got Ian here publishing. We've got Ian and Gary Guild publishers. Go and talk to them. Hear about the real problem that we're solving. I didn't want to get super geeky. I'm going to just to finish off because Arian and Andrew and the team have been so great in development. We are great to Cloud Temp as well. But also this thing that you do when you're building logos and designing businesses. Arian designed a logo. And the logo for all of my finance people in the room is actually a maths geeky thing, which is the ratio of perfection, which is the Fibonacci algorithm inverse of this. Mary, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And when you're trading, when you're charting. But in this geeky thing called real-world asset tokenization, which a book may or may not be when you look at a fund it, which is some of the game-changing elements we're bringing, actually that funding formula is the logo. I won't go into it too much more. So when you see that logo, just see that that is the change. There's a reason behind that design, and that is what the platform can bring financially to writers, which is what we're about. And from my point of view, what I'd like to finish on is this definition of community. To me, I really wanted to take this role because being about community is about serving people, being part of a community, working with a community, not selling things at people, not telling people what they should read. It's really about working together. And that's what I'd like you to think about when you think about Fableration and this project. Thank you all for being here. I can't believe how many people that are actually here. Thank you very much for honouring us. Like we have this team based in Melbourne has worked really hard. I've ever seen people like Andrew and all his guys are here. Aring was up to midnight making videos. Simon was giving him feedback. I just went to bed because it's tough, but all the work that goes behind the scenes. So again, thank you. It's a very lucky project, and we want to share that luck. So everybody here, I challenge you to write a story. You never know. You might even know a judge or two, and you could win. And Bitcoin is really game-changing for lots of people. So just have a crack. Thank you.
Big round of applause. I will also be entering the competition. I'm not sure it's there that Lisa is. That's okay. I feel there's stiff competition now. I've got another U for you for lucky. Utilitarian. I'm smarter than I look over. Utilitarian for the greater good. The Magnificent speech has been wonderful so far. There's more to come. Lisa and also Simon and many others will be joining me for a Q&A session. If you've got questions later, I'll give you an opportunity as well. I don't want you to be too shy. You've got questions after that. Panel chat we'll be having a little bit later on. That's great. Now, what we were going to do right now is run the raffle and then have a break. I'm going to do a little switcheroo because I am reliably informed you know who you are. You haven't got a raffle to pick out. And if you haven't, we're going to take a break now to 5 to 10 minutes. And if you want to go to a set to grab your raffle ticket, I suggest you do so. You'll be one of 6 winners, potentially, if you do. So make sure during this 5 to 10 minute break, take a bathroom break, talk about all the wonderful topics that have already been discussed, get a breath of fresh air, but also, if you haven't got your raffle ticket, go and grab one, and we'll resume proceedings in about 5 to 10 minutes and have that raffle and have many more great discussions, but pretty hard to pull a little vet already. All right, everybody, take your break, come back, we'll have the raffle. Round of applause at this stage. So you're like, will be drawn by a random number generator. Doesn't that make a lot of sense? It will be on that big screen behind me. I know your attention is drawn directly to me. Please, stare at the screen when required. Everybody to your seats, please. We'll have the rattling. And then more keynote speakers. We're going to have a fireside chat. Doesn't that sound cosy? And then a panel discussion coming up after that. But before we'll do that, without further ado, once everybody gets back to their seats, we will start the raffle, or even beforehand. Hopefully everyone has got their raffle tickets now. There are going to be 6 prizes in this raffle, and the first drawn out by the random number generator will not be the first prize. It will be prize number 6. The first 3 prizes are IROs. You've already heard a wonderful acronym earlier. This one is an initial rights offer. Is that right, Andrew? Initial rights offer. I really don't put the atmosphere here, but I tell you what, the very handsome gentleman up the front, Andrew, with a magnificent kicks on, you can't miss him. Go up and say hello to him after you win. Every one of the 6 prize winners will get an initial rights offer. It's a digital prize. You will not get it today. So the first 3 winners will get that. And then you come and have a chat with Andrew. We've got your emails. You will definitely receive your prize regardless. And then we will have a bronze, silver and gold medalist. And I'd like those 3 minutes to come to the stage to get their prizes. Will be a coffee machine, a beautiful bottle of wine, and a ballot. Not a pill, like a tablet. Something you work with. All right, everybody? I think we can get this underway. The first prize winner, again, will not be the first prize winner. It will be a winner of an initial rights offer. Random number generator is on. Who has number 8? Have we got 8? Put your hand up if you're number 8. Check your tickets. This is a problem with the random number generator. I'm telling you, we're just all handing anything out. This is Fableration Formation Day, so we might need a higher maximum bid here. 78, I've got a bid for A. Who's not A? Who's got an A? A2. All right, we'll have a number 3 is the winner apparently. Number 3? Round of applause for the first winner. Now, you know Jeff will come and have him set to the end later. Andy ducked off. He's going to go and have a chat with you. He's such a kind and generous, benevolent man. Our second winner of the IRO, initial rights offer, generating 74. Who's number 74? Who is number 74? Take your tickets. Yes, we have a 74. Round of applause for 74. And our third IRO winner is thus number 38. Yay! Are you good lady who brought the white paper? Well, you deserve it. You brought the white paper to get the prize. Round of applause for the white paper Wonder Woman. It's one of the IROs, man. We'll have you now the free physical prizes. The bronze medalist here. Come up. This individual has to come up and receive their prize. Next number generated, 56. Up to stage, please, number 56. Give her a round of applause. I believe this is your prize. Is that correct? He calls this now. It's only what? You don't get that one. Between the wine and the coffee machine. All right. I'm an Indian give you, but here you go.
Wait up here.
No, you don't have to play that. Just show everybody. What is it, boys? What's it?
Alex.
Er det der, det is it?
Yes, no. Alex.
You enjoyed it?
Yes, I won't enjoy if I get the coffee machine.
So I will have to wait a coffee machine outside for you. That's all right. I'll find out the cost, and I'll sort it out through Fableration. The silver medalist here in the raffle, number 66. Is that you? What's wrong?
I'm their lawyer.
So the next generator again? No. Generate again?
Do it again.
Do it again. Do it live. The first generous lawyer in the history of the world. Well done, that one down. All right. Generate again. 25. 25. Miss Lane, if you want the wine, you can do a negotiation potentially. Here you go.
Oh, wow.
And what's your name?
Inga number 25.
A round of applause for Kinga number 25. Congratulations. If you want the wine, negotiations can be done afterwards. And the gold medal winner is number 6. Who's number 6? Who gets the tablet? Number 6. 3. Number 6. Get your boots up here. You've won a prize. You're not a lawyer, are you? Or you can win it. Round of applause, please. There you go, I'm through. And that concludes the raffle. Now we're going to get back to the more keynote speakers. And the first of them, get a video studio back to. That's you, Gary Butt. Give him a round of applause. He's about to go and give the next keynote speech. Keep it going a little bit louder. That's the way.
Hi, everybody. You hear me? Okay, good evening, everyone. Thank you for inviting me to speak tonight. My name is Gary Budden. I'm the co-founder of the award-winning independent publisher Influx Press. And through that, I've seen firsthand a lot of the ups and downs of the publishing industry over the last decade and a half. And I'm proud to say I'm a publisher, but not because I think the system's perfect, far from it, but because I'm proud of the work that we put out into the world. And I believe that the role of publishers in what comes next is not just necessary, it's pivotal. Fableration doesn't threaten publishers, it elevates us, clearing away some of the debris, the outdated economics, the gatekeeping algorithms, the profit-chased platforms, and invites us to do what we have always done, which is find great stories, back bold new voices, and bring them to readers in an impactful way to ensure that the books find the readers they deserve. It's not a secret the old model is not working for many people in the industry. Discoverability has become sewn up by the big five. Getting press coverage and publicity is harder than ever for smaller publishers, and readers are constantly presented the safe and familiar. And the very people who write and shape stories, writers and publishers, are often the last to be rewarded. Fableration flips that script. It gives us tools that are fair, transparent, and genuinely collaborative. It builds value around the creative chain, not just the end so. And it recognizes that publishers are not just middlemen, but we have a multiplier effect. And when we partner well, the stories go further and everybody wins. Now, let's talk about the two letters everyone is talking about. AI. AI is already reshaping publishing, and that is a fact. Whether it becomes a weapon or a wonder depends on who holds the reins. Fableration's position is clear, but it's one that I fully support. AI should assist writers, not replace them. It should expand discoverability, not distort it. And it should be directed by the people who care for, create stories, not just those who mind read. So, for publishers, this is a powerful opportunity. Used ethically, AI can help us find matches between readers and books never expected. It can flag emerging trends without reducing us to trend tracers, and it can make publishing smarter, faster, and more responsive without losing the human heart that makes it all matter. So, I'm not scared of AI. I'd far more worry about what happens if we leave its future in the hands of those who don't care about storytelling at all. And that's why Fableration's approach is so important. Community-owned, ethically trained, and designed to protect the value of creativity, not just extract from it. It's a shift publishing has been waiting for. Some wolf into the past, and that is their call. Publishing is a notoriously conservative business and always slow to adopt change. But the rest of us, the ones who believe in progress whilst maintaining our principles, we are already here. It's not a threat to publishers, it's a lifeline. It's not a rebellion, it's a renaissance. And I, for one, am thrilled to be part of it. Thank you.
Big round of applause for Gary. You've already given him one now. It's a gentleman you've already heard from. He's very famous now already. He's been going there and ducking around talking about IROs. Andrew Jarrett, the technology lead of the Fableration, is about to join us. Give him a round of applause, please. And if he's really Ginner, you can explain what an IRO is as well. Good on you, Andrew. Why you go, mate?
Okay, so I will speak a little bit slowly. What you can see on the screen right now is our banner platform. Right now you can access through our website. Generally, the process I can explain here is you can describe yourself as anybody joining as a reader. Everybody can be a reader, and describe your route, what you want to read and what you generally like, and you'll be able to discover, just like friends matching systems that nowadays normally everybody knows on social media, all through our in-house developed AI. And then you'll be able to also browse around, having some very general user portfolio management. And behind the thing is we're using blockchain to tokenize some of these transactions and utilities that you are going through with this platform, so that everything can be transparent and bulletproof. And the second part, which is about to end the scene, is for the writer. So, as you can see, the very general one that we're trying to show you here is you can upload the book and select the type of the book that you want to upload today, and the AI will give you an evaluation score. So the evaluation score is based on the black and white box mechanism, where the white box is what the publishers and our writer friends give us the standards nowadays in the best practice in the industry. And the black box is where we use the AI to train and learn how to evaluate the book based on what the editors and publishers normally do as human beings. And we combine the result to give you the fair sort of the score based on system judgment, which will improve in the future if we have more data to feed into the AI to give you a score and give you the comments of how this book can be improved. The next thing you can see is to hope you automatically generate your blurbs and which is the summary of the book, and tell you what was the background of this whole story. And then the third step is, it goes a little bit faster, I will explain, is how we call it the go-to-market step. I think you've probably heard it multiple times. I'll pause here, I'll come back to this go-to-market bit. So what you can see here is after you upload the book, your book will be in our knowledge base, and you will have automatic assigned AI tags. And when people search for separate things that match these tags, just as you're reading new friends on social media, you'll be able to have this book right in front of you. So there's no recommendations, but more the matching result and matches to you as a persona from Golfo. And then you can manage it as the writer for all the books that you have published on the blog. So I will come back to this very important part, which is the go-to-market. You probably heard it 3 times today. It's pretty hard for the writable creators to understand what happens after they finish the writing. So the journey of the writing part, based on my knowledge of the last couple of months, is they didn't complete when they finish creating a book. They actually start when they finish creating a book. They have to understand how you're marketing, how to go to market, how to find your audience, and all that can be done using the very, let's say, in a technical way, automated way. So you don't have to really hire people to help you do those marketing and go-to-market events, just so that you can, have a fair opportunities in the market. So that can be done by the AI. In that way, AI is increase the productivity efficiencies for the writers to be more efficient, effectively go to market. And also what the AI does here is it's not for generating, it's for evaluating. So instead of we're using the AI to help you write and, at the late here become a writer overnight, it's not what the AI is purposeful. AI is purposeful to give you a fair evaluation based on the content in the market and the pricing, and so that you have a fair chance to have a small group. So through the writing competitions, I actually learned my lesson is there's many great stories, very short but very attractive to me, because I read English sometimes, and I find it's difficult for me as a foreigner to understand a little bit, understand the details of what the story wanted to tell me. But I find it's very easy for me to get attached to the writer what he wanted to deliver the message. But it's very difficult for me to find these writers or these kind of contents, because for me, all I want to do probably is go to Amazon, or go to Apple. Chances are they will take 70% of the royalty, and probably 100 out of 100,000 writers, you will probably have the top 10 writers populated in front of you and showed in the bookstore. So that's what we're trying to address at the very beginning, which is matchmaking to help the creators find their audience more effectively. And then we have these AI algorithms to help them understand how to go to market in a very fair price system. And the fair price system is also, I call it a genius idea, is we try to create scarcities for popular items. So if you think about the most popular items in the world right now is the Bible, is the Buddha's book, and these are very long knowledge, very rich knowledge, but also has scarcity and has a lot of, we try to create these popularities for them by helping the readers discover these contents through our platform. Last but not least is we try to create the platform to protect the creators' rights. We learned the best practice in the world, such as Netflix and Spotify, which is they create algorithms and encryptions of watermarks to try to help the industry to be more protective for the creators. We will inherit the best practice and at the same time to elevate it with our AI in-house. And for the revenue, from the right skill revenue, we will do the expanding for the creators. After we have all we restore the copyrights back to the creators, we will help them using the AI platform to help them generate more revenue streams, such as multimedia. Imagine you have the copyrights, now you can become, voice contents, video contents in the future, maybe XR content. And this can all be done if you have the copyrights and the technology, and it will provide more revenue stream to the creators to generate revenue. So, Fableration today, I think, as you can see, the UI isn't great. Well, we spend a lot of time. The AI isn't great at the moment. That's why we need you. We need the community to help us to bring this to the next chapter. And, I feel grateful to stand on stage to talk about this platform because I'm very fascinated about technologies. And I find this opportunity is to bring the technology that I love the most together for something that generates revenue, generates value for the real world. Thank you very much.